Hey everybody, the Reeswerrel here, and welcome back to more of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, Justice for All. Boom. Whew, that was a close one. I know you were giving it your all to defend me, but I could feel the death penalty hanging in the air. I felt like I was pretty close to dying myself. But you were wonderful out there. You listened carefully, made theories, and tricked everyone into believing you. Thanks. Wait, tricked? That must be the lawyer's secret technique, right? By the way, is the next witness who I think it is? Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Lotta Hart. Oh, another germ, like always. Remember, Nick, you promised you'd save me. If you lose, my ghost will come after you with my sis and will haunt you. Your sister? Are you talking about Mystic Mia? Yeah. Do you remember her, Pearly? My sister was a super good lawyer. She was also Nick's teacher. Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Are we back in the courtroom already? That was fast. Here we are. And for once, I've not even got my stylus out. Because I'm confident I can do it with just the buttons. Well, I'm pretty damn certain I can anyway. So court will now reconvene. Now, the first order of... Wow, he got whipped right away. I don't want to hear it, old man. After I call my witness, sit there quietly and watch like a good little boy. Yes, sir. Jesus. Bring in the photographer who witnessed the channeling. Witness, your name and occupation, if you please. Hey, Phoenix, how you doing? Just fine. Sorry about this. Didn't exactly have a choice, you know. Name and occupation. I declare, what in tarnation? Hey Judge, this is violence against my fair self. That's fine. That's fine? That ain't fine, that's a whip. There's no need for foolish outcries from foolishly foolish fools. Oh my god, she loves the word foolish. Just hurry up and testify about what happened on the day of the murder. I haven't even gotten to say my name and job yet. Ooh. The name's Lotta Hart, paranormal photographer, and I'm here to testify. Oh my god. Now, let's all be one big happy family, okay? Oh my god. Oh, she looks so happy now. Witness's account. Only the doc and the defendant went into the channeling chamber. We were waiting outside the door and then, bang, we hear this gunshot. Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down and we rushed into the room. Inside was the dead victim and the defendant waving a pistol around. I swear, other than those two, there was no one else in the room. Did you take a picture of the scene right after the murder took place? Reckon course. Excuse me? Reckon course. It's short for you reckon? Of course I did. What? Does it look like I care? Just hurry up and show your pictures to the court. The moment of truth. What will be in that picture? Let's see here. This here's the picture. How bad is it? Ooh! Wait, how the hell was she behind- what? What? Okay, sure. It would certainly seem that only the defendant and the victim were in that room. Lotta's photo added to the court record. Are you ready, Mr. Phoenix Wright? I will clear all doubt about Maya through this cross-examination. Just watch me. Only downside is, Phoenix is also a witness, so... yeah. Are you sure? Was it really only those two who went in? What are you babbling about? You were there too, were you not? Yeah. Why don't you answer that for yourself? Was it really just the two of them? Yes, Dr. Ray and Maya were the only two who went into that room. But hold on, we can't have the defense testifying against its own client. Anyway folks, only the two of them went in the channeling chamber, you hear? But you knew that from the very beginning, didn't you? Witness, continue. Fuck you. I know, this is the worst part, it's like you can press on all of them, but you were a witness as well, so... Was it really a gunshot? Is she gonna do this for every single thing? Are you insane? You must have heard it as well. Why don't you testify for the court, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Was it really a gunshot? Yes, I think it was something that sounded like a gunshot. And why are we here listening to the defense testify? And the world becomes just a little crueler. Heard a gunshot a long time ago, so I know. And I tell you, that was a gunshot I heard. Now this is where the story heats up. Was it really Mr. Lawyer that broke it down? So let me get this straight. Oh my god, some of the dialogue's the best. This Mr. Lawyer there broke the door down? Honestly, Mr. Phoenix Wright, why don't you tell us what happened then? Yes, Miss Von Karma, I broke the door down. Sorry. What does this feel like, an inquisition? No need for apologising. That was great. You're a real man. Oh really? That's something I would have liked to see. The judge is smiling rather openly. I'll take that as a good sign. And what did you say once you broke in? Oh my god, that was the best. This Mr. Lawyer there. Oh dear. Are you sure it was the defendant, Maya Fey? Sure, I'm sure. Lola seems awfully confident in her testimony. Press harder. I'm not sure I'm sure. I'm not sure she's sure. We saw her from the back. Only thing that they had in common was the clothes, the hair. I mean, that's kind of definitive proof, but whatever. Lola, please think back to that day one more time. What you getting at? Remember what you said when we broke into the room? I don't want to see this again. This is creepy. I was murdered. Clickety click. Not at a time like this. Times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. But anyway, what's going on here? This gal, is she... Aya? Aya? Oh, so she wasn't clear as day. When you saw the murderer at that time, you couldn't even tell if it was Maya Fey or not. Am I correct? Well, you see... Ah! Order, Miss Hart. You are here to present accurate testimony. Yeah, sorry. Good, this shifts things back to my side. For a defense lawyer, your defense is terribly lacking, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Witness, think back to when those two entered the channeling chamber. When they entered? One of those people that entered the chamber was Maya Fey, correct? Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it was Maya that went in. Looks like we've come to a collective conclusion. The person in this picture is most certainly Maya Fey. Exactly. Rats! And I'm trapped like one. Again! Are you absolutely certain of that? Sure am, but that old witch chases out of the room, so... Old witch? Does she mean Morgan Fey? But there was no one else in there, and you know it. The channeling chamber was very dark, almost pitch black. Was there really no one else in there? What about... Yeah, behind the folding screen. What about behind the folding screen? Did you check back there? Rec given. What in the... Rec given. You know, you reckon that's a given. Oh my god. I took me a good look around the room once. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. I may have a word with you, Miss Hart. What, you got a problem? Right given. I mean, I'm having a little difficulty in understanding you. If you would stop saying such things as wreck given and so forth. Now then, Mr. Phoenix Wright, do you see a problem with the testimony or don't you? Just as I thought, there is nothing wrong with her testimony. I was with her, so I know she's telling the truth. Shit. Enough. It seems that there are no issues with Miss Hart's testimony. At the time of the crime, only two people were in the channeling chamber. The victim, Dr. Turner Gray, and the defendant, Maya Fey. The face of the defendant cannot be verified in this picture. However, if we think about the circumstances, it would have to be the defendant. What am I going to do? If I just let this go... What is it, Mr. Wright? You look as if you have something to say. If I make one wrong move, I'm going to have the judge against me. Is there anything I can present that would prove it's not Maya in that photo? No, I don't. Well, Mr. Wright? Nothing, Your Honor. That's very smart of you, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You really should give up trying to prove this is not Maya Fey. I didn't say anything about giving up. I just don't have the right piece of evidence to prove my argument. Yeah. So that's enough. Is this it? Is this all I could do? I think it's quite obvious that this court that a verdict of not guilty is not possible. I told you. Totally 100% impossible. Miss Von Karma, do you have any further questions for this witness? Having established the defendant's guilt, further questioning won't be needed. What about the defense? No further questions, I presume? I couldn't protect Maya. The defense? Oh god, this... of course. Phoenix, you can't make that kind of face. A lawyer is someone who smiles no matter how bad it gets. Mia! Whoa. That's disturbing. It's Mia in Pearl's clothes. I guess I made it just in time, wouldn't you say? But Pearl's. Her clothes are a bit small. Anyway, what are you waiting for, Phoenix? Let's go. But how? She's already taken away every advantage. The advantage is still in your hand. Think carefully, one more time, about what you saw in the channeling chamber. Do you remember what you told me yesterday? Dr. Gray. So I was murdered. What? Lodder, at a time like this, times like this are perfect for snapping up shots. Right, so what did I tell her? I don't know. Brum brum. Bum bum ba bum. You see, there is one final piece of the puzzle. Mia? Question Lana one more time, Phoenix. I don't know if she's doing it subconsciously or on purpose, but she's not testifying truthfully. Okay. Now then, this court would like to end the cross-examination period. Please wait, Your Honor. The defense would like to request that the witness testify one more time. Overruled. I'm afraid you're too late, Mr. Wright. The cross-examination has already ended. Furthermore, any unrelated... What? It's fine, I'll allow another testimony. Von Karma's case is perfect, absolutely flawless. And what better time than this for you to see that? But I mean, I have some place I must go after this. Alright, I'll allow it. Miss Hart, hurry up and give us another testimony. Well, heck, what am I supposed to talk about? Please tell us once more what happened when you burst into the channeling chamber. Okay, you got it. See, you got through to the judge somehow, right? Well, actually it was Von Karma's whip that got through to him. True. Right, okay, so... Part 2. When we broke into that room, all I could focus on was Maya. I was kind of scared of the dead body, so I didn't take a good look at it. I'm really bad when it comes to blood and ghosts and stuff, but I still managed to point my camera at Maya and take a shot. No you didn't, you pointed it at her back. Nothing sounds different from before. Some parts of her testimony were very vague. We should press her on those sections. Struggle all you like, as you taste the bitterness of your defeat. Well, amuse me with your useless questions, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I'm waiting. Okay. Press everything! So, what did she look like? You know, she looked almost like a different person. A different person? She may have seemed like a different person, however, she was still Maya Fey. We've already made that point abundantly clear. Yes, that is true. Well then, Miss Hart, did you happen to see anything else? Then perhaps that body was not Dr. Gray's at all. Eh? Well, I reckon that's possible. Yeah, but it isn't. We know it's Dr. Gray's. If the body inside that room was not that of Dr. Gray, then whose body was it, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Well, what if it was that of Maya Fey after the channeling? Or maybe... Oof! Foolish fool spouting foolish foolishness. Just as I expect of a foolish fool such as you. If that were the case, then that would mean that Maya Fey is in fact dead. And that would make the defendant's chair quite a lonely place, wouldn't it? Sorry, Maya. Are y'all done here? Can I continue? I love pressing everything. Yet you're a paranormal photographer. And even knowing that, you still persist in being a paranormal photographer. That's why I'm getting out of this here business. This gal's gonna get the dirt on the stars and be a tabloid photographer from now on. She goes through jobs faster than a baby through diapers. Mr. Phoenix Wright, would it kill you to stay on topic for a change? Well, would it, Mr. Wright? Nice, tag teamed in stereo. Guess I should be grateful it's not in 5.1. Ah, that's good. It's a sound joke. Oh man. 2, right? 2 what? 2 shots. You took 2 shots. But only one has been submitted as evidence. Oh right, that's what we're picking her up on. I thought it was because the camera was pointed at Maya's back. Whatever. Miss Hart, where's the other picture you have been withholding? Ooh. No, you got it all wrong. It's not me. I didn't mean anything bad. I know I can be a little mean, but I ain't evil. Well, at least she knows herself. Then why have you not shown this other picture to this court yet? Well, ain't it obvious? That prosecutor woman told me to shut my trap about it. What? Von Karma! How dare she? But Miss Von Karma, you're hiding critical evidence? Unforgivable, Von Karma. Suppressing evidence like this. You're as bad as your father. Leave it to the judge. Confront her. Your Honor, the defense asks that Prosecutor Von Karma be held in contempt of court. Well, yes. Me in contempt of court? You can't be serious. But you have evidence from the court on purpose. That's not fair. Oh, this is so much. This was a good thing. Like, that was a good choice because it's humorous dialogue. Are you a school child? Phoenix, are you a lawyer or a school child? I was so angry I lost my composure. Jesus. Miss Von Karma, would you care to explain yourself to this court? I thought this picture was not important and thus felt no need to submit it. That's all. Yeah, whatever you say, smug bitch. How could you think... The pictures were more or less the same, so why bother with the second? I mean, it's just so much more trouble than it's worth for me to submit this as evidence. Well, more trouble than it's worth? How can you say that? If you want to see it that badly, I'll submit it. Okay. Oh. Hey, one thing I've noticed right away is there's no gun. Bullet hole. I mean, I think I said that right. Unless it's on the other sleeve. Nope. What is this picture? It's obviously the second picture the witness took that day at the scene of the crime. Well, it's a little off-center, but that's what you get with a nervous amateur. Well, I think the important point here is the person in this picture. This is most definitely not Maya Fey. What is the meaning of this? So this might be the break I was looking for. Now, should I or should I not insist that the person in this picture is not Maya Fey? I'll insist. Your Honor, as you can plainly see, the person in this picture is not Maya Fey. Yes, I see that. It's not just her face, her whole body has taken on a different appearance. There is only one conclusion that can be drawn, then. That somehow this other person snuck in and traded places with the defendant. So order. Well, yes, I believe you are correct, Mr. Wright. The person who was inside the channeling chamber was not Maya Fey. Mia, we did it. You're too soft. Huh? You're softer than Aunt Morgan's strawberry desserts, Phoenix. Take a look at Prosecutor Von Karma's face. Yeah, of course. She's smiling? I think you'd better continue to worry, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Miss Von Karma, what do you mean by that? Your Honor, I would like for you to take a look at this picture. What? Oh, no! This was taken yesterday at the detention center's visitors room. This is Mr. Phoenix Wright and the defendant, Maya Fey, during his visit. Maya Fey? But isn't this a totally different person? Bugger. She looks this way because she is obviously in the middle of channeling a spirit. Oh, she's good. It's unbelievable that she can... However, it is true. When Maya Fey is in that state, she physically changes into the person she's calling. Fuck. Well, she poked a hole through my statement. I wonder if she knows what she's doing. Mia, taking pictures of someone during a private visit is illegal. That picture can't be submitted as evidence. Obviously, this picture is illegal. But I never intended to submit it as evidence in the first place. What is she... From the moment I showed this picture to the court, this case became all mine. After all, this image has now been forever burned into the judge's mind. His face. I don't have even a single witty line. Looks like we've been had. Egads. I don't claim to understand this, and I still cannot believe it. Are you saying that this person is the defendant, Maya Fey? If I give up here, the trial will end. But if I slip up and say something wrong, it will cost me. Is there a way I can prove that the person in this picture is not Maya? I can, actually. There's no bullet. Your Honor. Oh, the fire has returned to your eyes, I see. This picture... Within this picture lies a critical contradiction to all the testimony up until now. A contradiction? So, you think you've spotted a problem with this picture? Then earn your keep. Why don't you point out exactly what is so strange about in this picture? To the court. You got it. And... I don't know whereabouts it was, but for a booth. I think that's about right. Please direct your attention here. To the sleeve? But there isn't anything odd about it. Exactly. And that is exactly what is so odd. Something that should be there is suddenly missing. Should be there? Oh, she's realised! There was a bullet hole in the sleeve of the defendant's costume. If that's the case, then it should be in this picture as well. Miss von Karma, you intended to hide this valuable piece of evidence? You will most certainly be assigned a penalty for this. Alright, this should do some major damage to her argument. Don't celebrate yet. You like to bring down the mood, don't you? Take a look at Miss von Karma's face. She's smiling again! She's got that condescending grin plastered all over her face again. And the curtsy, of course. Jumping the gun again, I see. Your Honor? I would like to extend an apology on behalf of those incompetent fools. But what do you mean? And what incompetent fools? If those fools down at the precinct hadn't missed the bullet hole, I would have gotten a report about it. As I didn't, I could not have known that this picture was of any value to this case. I see. She's lying through her teeth, I know it. That woman knew about everything, the bullet hole, the picture, everything. But you can't prove that. Franziska von Karma's idea of a perfect case is quite fascinating, don't you think? Your Honor, you need not worry. If you must assign a penalty, I'll personally make sure that that detective gets what's coming. I'm sure there will be a great gnashing of teeth at the next salary discussion. Poor Gumshoe. In any case, this is a very big problem. When the defendant was taken into custody, her costume had a bullet hole in its sleeve. However, from this photo, it would appear that right after the shooting, there was none. The judge is confused by this strange twist of events. This is your chance, Phoenix. Load all you've got into this one shot, alright? Got it. Watch this, Maya. Your Honor. There's only one logical explanation for the contradiction. The picture's fake, the bullet hole was made later, the shooter is someone else. The defendant's sleeve had a bullet hole in it. However, this person clearly does not. There can be only one explanation. The person who shot Dr. Gray was not the defendant, but a different person altogether. I love this song. What? Order, order, order! If order is not restored, I will suspend this trial. Oh dear, oh dear! The defense's argument is a complete mess. A complete mess? I fail to see how. Please, enlighten us. Hey, witness. What the heck? Is there any way to ask a gal a favour? Be quiet, you. You were the one who said it was only the two of them when you entered the room. Well, you know. If you were lying, I swear that my whip will be the last thing you see. Look, sis. You're looking mighty scary, so why don't we say you... I swear, I wasn't lying or nothing. There wasn't anyone else in there, honest. You see, now riddle me this, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Where did the defendant vanish to? Or where did this other woman appear from? Why is it lately all I want to do is cry? Well, if the person in this picture is not the defendant, then this poses two very big questions. First, where did the defendant vanish to? And second, where did this person come from? That's right, now hurry up and answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Come on, you can't fall apart here, Phoenix Wright. I can't believe that even Mia's calling me by my full name. But I mean, how am I supposed to prove something like this? Had enough yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Or do you think you have enough in you to turn things around even now? To turn things around? That's right, Mia would always turn things around and change her perspective. Phoenix? So, where did this intruder appear from? And where did Maya disappear to? I need to look at this situation from a different angle. Let's see. What if before we broke in, the third person was already in the room? And what if Maya had left that room somehow? If I could prove that either of those conditions were true... Mr. Wright, let's hear what you've come up with. I think what happened before we forced our way into the channeling chamber is... Maya had left the room, something I can't explain. Maya had left the channeling chamber at some point. And the defense can prove this. Oh, how a foolish fool makes a foolish face while dreaming foolishly foolish dreams. Sheesh. Maya Fey was being looked after by her Aunt Morgan Fey. The chance of her leaving the crime scene is lower than that detective's salary. Ah. Anyway, let's see some evidence. Prove that from the murder until the time of arrest, the defendant had left the room. You got it, buddy. Have this key, mofo. Miss Hart, do you remember this key? Well, I've seen it. Hey, that's the channeling chamber key, right? Before the channeling started, Maya locked the door from the inside with that. The defendant herself locked the door. Yeah, that's why we all couldn't get the door open. That key's the only one of its kind, after all. Oh, one of a kind, you say? Wait, Mr. Phoenix Wright? Yes? It looks like she's catching on. I'm afraid to ask, but... why is that key currently in your possession? Huh? What do you mean? If Maya Fey locked herself in, then the key should have been with her. Yes, agreed. However, she did not have the key at the time of her arrest. Well, ain't that a kick? So how come you're holding it? I got this as a present from a certain little girl. And that little girl was nowhere near the crime scene at the time. But that's preposterous. Is it though? This means that Maya Fey must have left the room. If she had not, then I would not be holding this key you see before you. No! Yeah! Very nice. Hot damn! Wait, what happened? It seems we have come to an impasse. This picture has clearly captured the face of the murderer. However, is this person the defendant or not? The defense is arguing that this person is not the defendant. Furthermore, as proof, this key has been submitted as evidence. Oh yeah, Miss von Karma. How can this be? At this point in time, a verdict on the defendant is not possible. My perfect case. How is there a flaw in my perfect case? Don't think you've won yet, Mr. Phoenix Wright. I am a prodigy. I keep wanting to say prodigy. I've never lost a case. And I don't intend to lose here in this courtroom to a fool like you. Whew. I don't care what I have to do, I will get my guilty verdict. Yeah, shady practices. That's what your father taught you.